After the founding of the People's Republic of China, the Soviet Union transferred the war criminal Puyi to China, where he underwent re-education in Fushun. During this period, Puyi's emotions were extremely complex. On one hand, he was worried about losing his life because of his past collaboration with the Japanese and the many wrongdoings he had committed. Sometimes, he would wake up from nightmares too frightened to close his eyes again. On the other hand, he initially struggled to let go of his imperial airs and refused to be treated equally with other prisoners. For example, during assemblies, he would always stand at the front of the line, and when it came to bathing, he would always be the first to enter the pool. He never used his hands to open the door to the pool, either waiting for someone else to open it, or kicking it open himself. After all, the ceremonial dignity of an emperor had to be maintained. It seemed that the Soviets had treated him quite well. It was said that during his imprisonment in the Soviet Union, he was even served red wine with every meal. But back in the Fushun detention center, no one indulged him anymore. Like the other war criminals, he was given rice and 2 dishes for meals, and he had to mend his own clothes and socks when they tore. He was also required to do dirty work without exception. In the Fushun detention center, there was no distinction between emperor and commoner. However, after a few months of adjustment, Puyi began to get along well with his old friends. They taught him how to play cards. Someone told him that if he maintained a good attitude, he might have a chance at a reduced sentence. From then on, before and after meals, Puyi would often chant, "I must atone for my crimes and serve my country." After all, survival was his top priority. On December 4, 1959, after spending 10 years in the detention center, Puyi was granted a special pardon. When he heard the Supreme Court official on the podium mention, "Aizan Joro Puyi," tears streamed down his face. Before the announcement was even finished, he broke down in loud sobs. As he left the War Criminal Management Center, Puyi once again vowed, "I will never forget the sins of my past. I must continue to atone for my crimes and serve my country, dedicating the rest of my life to this cause." When revisiting the Forbidden City, Puyi noticed that a photo of Emperor Guangxu had been mistakenly replaced with his father. He immediately pointed this out to the staff. Unable to confirm the error, the staff called in an expert from the palace to verify. The expert said to Puyi, "Do you think you know more about history than I do? Who do you think you are, ordering me around?" Puyi replied, "I may not know much about history, but I do recognize my own father." On October 17, 1967, Puyi passed away in Beijing due to uremia at the age of 61, bringing an end to his tumultuous life. If you're feeling extremely anxious and on the verge of breaking down, just take a look at Puyi's life. Who in this world has experienced a greater fall from grace than he did?